You do not want unforgiveness to eventually show up in your doctor's report. You do not want unforgiveness to show up in the diagnosis of mental illness. You do not want unforgiveness to show up in broken relationships, because your relationship, your mental space, your finances, your body, and your health, they keep the score when it comes to forgiveness. Just when you thought you know everything that needed to be known about forgiveness, the Holy Spirit says, humble yourself. You need to receive this as if this is a practical instruction. Consider the faithfulness of God for a moment. Think about how he's created our bodies, right? He's created certain parts or organs of our body to actually flush out toxins. Less toxins begin to build up in our bodies, which causes us to become sick, okay? So God created our livers to carry out waste and toxins from our gut. Don't need to go into detail of that, right? He's created our kidneys to flush out toxins. Our lungs breathe out carbon dioxide gas. It releases toxins. Our skin releases water and salt through sweat. So it was necessary for God to establish our body parts to function in such ways so that it would get rid of the toxins. I think you guys get that. Imagine forgiveness. The daily practice of forgiveness is God's spiritual, emotional, relational way to remove toxins out of our lives. The toxins of what? The toxins of bitterness, toxins of anger and rage, the toxins of resentment, unforgiveness, the toxins of offense and judgment, the toxins of disappointment. Every lie that you have believed that has come through the interactions or offense of people are flushed out of your spirit, man, your body, your emotions as you forgive. This is why we call it release. And the enemy would love nothing more for you to continue to remain prideful and believing that you don't need to forgive people, because somehow you've come to believe that forgiveness means something that you're inferior. No, forgiveness is a matter of spiritual maturity. Okay, the enemy would love nothing more for you to remain relaxed in a few days when God had called you to release some people. In fact, the enemy cannot bring you out of alignment with God's intentions or plans, but unforgiveness and offense brings you out of alignment. If you've been asking God to keep you in alignment with his timing, his plans, he's always going to guide you to guard your heart through forgiveness. And therefore, the more we practice forgiveness, in fact, I challenge you and I charge you to do at least one forgiveness prayer a week. And I feel bad for anybody that's gone a month or two and you haven't forgiven somebody. I feel bad. You do not want unforgiveness to eventually show up in your doctor's report. You do not want unforgiveness to show up in the diagnosis of mental illness. You do not want unforgiveness to show up in broken relationships, because your relationship, your mental space, your finances, your body, and your health, they keep the score when it comes to forgiveness.